This morning, let's master the art of breathing meditation by avoiding these mistakes. Mistake number one is to equate mindfulness with concentration, for it most certainly is not. To better understand concentration, it is easiest to put it in the perspective of yin and yang. Not medical yin and yang, not metaphysical yin and yang, but philosophical yin and yang, the same philosophy that we see described in Lao Tzu's Tao Te Ching, where we're taught to differentiate between yin and yang and to always forsake yang and always choose yin. Why is that? Because yin's flexibility is superior to yang's rigidity. Because yin's love is superior to yang's fear. Because yin's laid back is superior to yang's controlling. And rigidity and controlling tendencies and the indulgence thereof is what concentration is all about. Practice rigid concentration and you will feed your anxiety. I've known many people who worked very hard at concentrating. None of them have been peaceful or joyful or loving. We want the opposite of that type of rigidity, that type of controlling tendencies. We want the we want to be flexible, loving, laid back, and egalitarian. We want the freedom that comes not from concentration, but from mere perception. Perception that is vulnerable, passive, visceral, and random. Think of it this way. Every time we breathe in, whether we know it or not, we are accessing our sympathetic nervous system, which has evolved only to perceive, vulnerably, passively, viscerally, and randomly. We could perceive perceptions of sights, sounds, sensations, flavors, scents, and the like, including emotions, intentions, thoughts, memories, and imaginings. But what are we to do with all that stuff that we notice? During every exhalation, whether we know it or not, we access our parasympathetic nervous system, which has evolved to physically relax and mentally release. This is the doorway that when open leads to the freedom that we desire, the freedom of peace, the freedom from selfishness, the freedom from the tyranny of sorrow. I would very much like to meditate with you and chant with you as well. And we shall in about 1 minute. This is Lama Jigme Gyatso of the Buddha Joy Meditation School. Welcome to Meditate Like a Jedi, which is made possible due to the generosity of viewers just like you. If you love Star Wars and wish to meditate as profoundly as Ahsoka Tano on Lothal, be sure to subscribe and ring that notification bell. And now I'd like to conclude with some good news. If at any point during this early morning live stream you have a specific question about Buddhist meditation, Buddhist philosophy, or how to apply them to your life, do not be scared to interrupt. Simply type your question in great detail in the chat window. Whether it's to the right of the screen if you're using a laptop, or whether it's at the bottom of your screen if you're using a smartphone. The moment you have a question, strike while the iron is hot. This morning, let's play with my adaptation of Teng Tong Gyalpo's all-pervading benefit of beings, arguably the easiest and most famous of all the guided meditations from Tibet. Please chant with me. We begin by exercising the neural pathways responsible for empathy and enthusiasm. But first, a quick edit. So what is this? That is 48. Let's make this 48. And let's delete this. Okay, let's continue. Oopsie, you know what would have been a better idea? Let's go back. Okay. Together. May I liberate all beings from the tyranny of hate, engraving, and clinging by relying on the Buddha's example, instructions, and students. May I liberate all beings from the tyranny of hate, engraving, and clinging by relying on the Buddha's example, instructions, and students. May I liberate all beings from the tyranny of hate, engraving, and clinging by relying on the Buddha's example, instructions, and students. Let us now contemplate the iconography that will feed the similes and metaphors that are the staple of our mantra meditation. Above myself and all beings of the universal white lotus and moon disk. On them the syllable tree from which appears a noble Chenrezig. His clear and white body emits 5 colored rays. So quick like a bunny. What I'm going to do is add an outline. He smiles and looks upon us with compassion. His four hands the inner two are joined. The outer to the right holds a crystal mala, the left a white lotus. Garments and jewels adorn him at just kind of like half his shoulder. To his back an immaculate moon disk embodies the essence of all refuges. He sits in the Vajra posture, the Buddha of limitless light crowns his head. So what could be great fun right now is for us to perform a version of geriatric step back squat thrusts for aging fitness freaks. This is not mandatory, but it's great fun and I invite you to join me. You're welcome to join me if you so desire. Lord white in color, unstained by faults, a perfect Buddha adorning your crown. You look upon all beings with eyes of compassion. Chenrezig, we bow to you. Lord white in color, unstained by faults, a perfect Buddha adorning your crown. You look upon all beings with eyes of compassion. Chenrezig, we bow to you. Lord white in color, unstained by faults, a perfect Buddha adorning your crown. You look upon all beings with eyes of compassion. Chenrezig, we bow to you. Well, that was invigorating. Whew. Whew. Okay. We begin with love's metaphoric recitations. After reciting without distraction the body of the noble Chenrezig emits light. The light dissipates her experiences of comically impure appearances, jealousy, and erroneous understandings, pride. May the outer world become as fortunate as a real or imagined pure land of bliss. With each inhalation, may the body, speech, and mind of beings become as healthy, loving, and wise as the body, speech, and mind of the archetype Lord Chenrezig. With each exhalation, may appearances, sensations, sounds, and cognitions feel as non-graspable as if they were one in their empty nature. We start with Tantric Mahamudra, or Tokal's loving, leapfrog over our competitive tendencies, which are obstructions to omniscience. But before we do that, let's take another moment instead to chant this morning's excerpt from the final meditation manual of the great Tibetan saint Zalpatru Rinpoche, known as Heart Treasure of the Enlightenments. Please chant with me. Put your child devotion at the doorway of your practice. Give your son renunciation mastery over the household of ordinary life. Wed your daughter compassion to the bridegroom of the three worlds, consuming your duty to the living Resartha Six-syllable mantra. Whatever appears as delusion and has no truly graspable existence, dread of samsara and desire for nirvana are just thoughts and nothing more. If you could liberate thoughts as they arise, that includes all the stages of the path. Apply the essential instruction for liberating thoughts, Resartha Six-syllable mantra. Your own mind, aware and void inseparably, is like the mastery of awareness and letting go, known as the Dharmakaya. Leave everything as it is, and fundamental simplicity and clarity will arise by itself. Only by doing nothing will you do all there is to be done. Leave everything invulnerably naked for awareness. Recite this six-syllable mantra. Let's try this again. I made a boo-boo. Leaving everything invulnerably naked for awareness. Recite the six-syllable mantra. Let stillness cut the momentum of moving thoughts. Within movement see the very nature of stillness. Will stillness and movement all one? Maintain the naturally spontaneous and uncontrived mind. In the experience of one-pointedness, recite the six-syllable mantra. By examining with awareness vulnerable, passive, visceral, and spontaneous relative truth. Establish a physical relaxation and mental release, revealing absolute truth. Within the physical relaxation and mental release, revealing absolute truth. See how the awareness, vulnerable, passive, visceral, and spontaneous of relative truth arises. Where the two truth practices are inseparable from the practices of inhalation and exhalation. True mastery beyond intellect is the state of simplicity. In the view free of all the elaboration, Rasatha Sixirable Mantra. From appearances cut away the clinging of mind. For mind demolish the layer of fictitious appearances. Where mind and appearances are one as infinite emptiness. In the realization of the one taste of infinite openness, that is shared by all Rasatha Sixirable Mantra. Well, that's odd. Copy and paste. All right. By the way, quick reminder, if at any point during this morning's live stream you have a specific question about Buddhist meditation, Buddhist philosophy, or how to apply them to your life, simply type your question in great detail in the chat window on the right-hand side of the screen. All right, let's continue. Wow. I am a trifle turned around right now. Okay, there we go. Now it's time for a bit of the old love-oriented mantra meditation. May being Ojita. Let's try this again. May each being Ojita be as was as a mind of a real or imagined Buddha. As we breathe in, let us silently and mentally wish Buddha wisdom for each mind. As we exhale, let us relax into the recitation of the 6-syllable mantra. Om mani padme hum, om mani padme hum, om mani padme hum, om mani padme hum. May each body often be as healthy as a real or imagined form of rupa of an enlightened octopoiodum such as kind gaze. May all circumstances our lots be as full of good fortune or boon as our Buddha is real or imagined, pure as pure land of Vanti. While meditating on the meaning of this, recite the mantra as much as you can. How could each mind or cheat have feel as an ungraspable or void, as a Buddha's real or imagined mind comprised only of light? How were all relationships communication or take two? How could all relationships communication or speech sound as not graspable or void as a real or imagined Buddhist full of Maha Mantra comprised only of light? How, How could each body form or rupa feel as non-graspable or void as a real or imagined archetypal yet such as Kangas comprised only of light? How could each circumstance or outlook is not graspable or void, as a real or imagined Buddhist paradise, pure land or vati, compressed only of light? At the end, without conceptualizing the three sources of factor, action, and recipient, rest evenly in your own nature. What is the key to mindfulness? Every time we inhale, we are wired to perceive vulnerably, passively, viscerally, and randomly. What is the key to meditation? Every time we exhale, we are wired to physically relax and mentally release that which we perceived during our previous inhalation could now feel as non-graspable as a vast, empty void. So what we could do, if we so desired, was to silently and mentally recite the demonstrative pronoun this during each inhalation, and the metaphor void or the simile void during each exhalation. Here's another version. As we breathe in, we could perceive the temporary, cloud-like play of mind. How does mind play? Mind plays by perceiving. What does mind perceive? Mind perceives sights, sounds, sensations, flavors, scents, and the like. How else does mind play? It emotes, intends, reasons, recalls, and imagines. And just like a cloud appears to come out of nowhere and appears to go away into nowhere, appears to come out of the sky, then absorb back into the sky, so does all the play of mind, perceptions, emotions, intentions, thoughts, imaginings, and recollections. Every time we exhale, we could silently and mentally recite void's non-graspable, sky-like nature. Imagine, if you will, the illusion of the infinite azure sky in a bright and beautiful cloudless morn, which, although could appeal tantalizing to the eye, when we reach for it, turns out to be utterly non-graspable. So let's play with this right now. 10-syllable meditations during each phase of the breath. We now reduce the number of syllables. During the inhalation, we could silently and mentally recite cloud-like play of mind, and as we exhale, we could silently and mentally recite voids, sky-like nature. We reduce the number of syllables. Play of mind, voids, nature. Now we can drop down to the one-syllable version, cloud, sky. Let us seal this morning's practice with a final chant. May my and others' bodies be as healthy as the body of Chinrezik. May all sounds be. May all sounds be as peaceful as a six-syllable melody. And may all mental activity be as joyful as the domain of great wisdom. By the virtue of this practice, may I quickly master Chenrezig's enlightenment, then establish in this state the totality of beings. By the merit of this meditation and recitation, may I and those related to me through intention, as soon as we leave our impure bodies, be miraculously born in Sukhavati. As soon as we leave our impure bodies, be miraculously born in Sukhavati. Immediately traverse the 10 Bodhisattva bhumis, and through emanations benefit all beings in the 10 directions. If you feel that I have earned it, you could type something in the chat window. You could give this live stream a thumbs up. You could share it with a friend. You could even help support this channel on Patreon. In approximately 2 2/3 hours, or 3/4 hours, I would very much like to return to lead today's mid-morning lesson and meditation. Until then, may you and yours be happy and healthy. And if you are as geeky as me, this is the way.